You know what today is? It's Q&A Tuesday, so let's get right to your questions. Barbara asks, we planted a 5-foot blue spruce tree back in April. It was coming along fine and getting a lot of new growth until suddenly it started dropping needles and the new bright blue shoots all turned black. We bought some fungus spray for it. Do you think this tree is too far gone? Barbara, looking at these pictures here, I don't think it's too far gone, but you have to understand where these trees come from. They are native to out west, where they get 2 to 3 inches of rain per year. If you put an irrigation on that and you watered it too much, although it does need water when it's first starting, if you watered it too much, it may have started to brown out on the new growth. I think this tree will be fine. I would not water it anymore through the fall. I would, in the springtime though, give it a good dose of fertilizer to push that new growth out and then just let it do its thing. Thanks for your question, Barbara. Murray asks, if I want a side of my limelight hydrangea to have longer growth than the other side, do I cut it just a little? I want a part of the hydrangea to grow much bigger and the other side to grow less. Where do I cut it to? The bottom of the branch? Well, Murray, a couple things on that. It's kind of hard to manipulate a shrub like that wants to grow to the 4 to 5 foot. You could cut half of it down sometime the end of June. That may help it. What you could do, another option, is get a plant called Little Lime, which is a brother to Limelight, and it's a shorter plant that only gets 3 to 4 foot. Great plant, same flower, just a shorter plant. So what I would do is I would just get a Little Lime to plant in front of that for that shorter look. Barbara asks, I have a clematis in a pot that I wintered over last year. It was beautiful this season. What do I do with it now? Do I have to cut it back or just let it die down? Barbara, what I generally like to do with my clematis, although they have all their vines and everything and the brown leaves, I like to let them die back down all the way until next year. They will push out new growth off of those vines, so you do not want to cut it back too much. Cut it back enough to bring that into the spot where you're going to overwinter it, but don't go all the way down to the bottom of the pot. And finally, Joan asks, I enjoy your how-to videos. Is there anything you can tell me about how to get rid of moles? Sure would appreciate your help. Well, Joan, moles are really, really tricky in the landscape. They will destroy your lawns and your flower beds. The only really good way to get rid of them is to trap them and to move them to either out into the wild somewhere or to just get rid of them. They will continue to kill all of your plants if you do not get rid of them this way. There are other products you can put in the ground that make noise, that kind of scare them away, but they will always come back. So you want to try and get some good traps for them, scare them out of the ground, and then remove them out into the woods or something like that. Thanks so much for your questions and have a great Tuesday.